Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yes way.
No.
Yes way.
Syntell reacts.
Hey, what's going on? Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the beautiful Mikel-Claire.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't think of a song I wanted to sing for the end of the road. I guess end of the road, you know, although we've come.
Yeah. Hey, I'm saying season finale. We have been waiting to see how the kids end up. The kids are not all right. I'll say that much. Hey, if this is your first time watching with us and you want to catch up with some of the previous episodes, don't worry, there's a link in the description. Please make sure you stay towards the end because we're going to be addressing some of the comments that you all have posted on the page, on the channel. We'll address that at the end of the review. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Oh yeah, he's found the man cave.
That's right. The Javi cave is what I'm assuming is a Javi cave.
Yeah,
Maybe.
About the thing.
What thing?
the artist.
Hey, Jeff. What's this?
Nice try lying to my partner about how we slept together.
This dude.
Thanks,
Thank you, Showtime.
Oh, that's such a bittersweet goodbye. And like I said, do you think he's gonna partake?
I don't know. That's the $1 million question.
Ooh, oh my gosh,
Dang,
they have
they
him
got
on
him.
a is it spigot?
Yeah, whatever them things is called. Like he's a deer or something.
Oh my gosh, and they're just gonna parade it in front.
Oh, he's all blue and black.
Oh. Oh. Oh yeah.
No.
Great song, by the way. That was the jam back in the day. No? Okay.
I don't know that song. Not familiar.
Yeah.
This man lost his dad and his brother. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Can I mourn? Can I mourn?
I'm old. That is an old song.
I'm like, I know that one.
It won't stop
Oh, wait, what is it
until
say?
it gets what it wants.
Do this. Stop. Just stop. Just put it down.
Shauna's the voice of reason. You know it's bad.
Well, I don't think she's the voice of reason. She just ain't drinking the Kool-Aid
We have to do it the way we used to.
Uh-oh.
with the card.
We should give it a hunt.
Oh.
Oh, they just really regressing.
You can't be serious.
Lottie's right. Whatever it is that we communed with out there,
Well, that's how she can get away, too,
still
now.
in us.
Except her keys are in the bushes somewhere. Either that or she gonna take Lottie out.
Either that or Shauna's just on a bloodlust.
Knew I wasn't
No.
the only one.
No, see? She's just humoring her.
No.
See?
Of course you're not.
She's humoring her.
That's what this is.
I am Van. I am always Van. She'd be like, what is this madness?
I still don't understand why she's even there, to be honest with you.
We need masks and weapons.
Yeah, and what, a deck of cards with a single queen in it?
That's right.
So they hunt each other.
The woods will be ours. Tonight.
She's too fired up for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're just kind of humoring her to figure out what's happening.
I just bought us all some time to figure out what to do with her. You're welcome.
Considering her history, it probably wouldn't be that difficult to have her committed again.
That's it. She's a danger to herself and others.
They really throwing stones in these glass houses.
I still don't understand why they're there.
She wanted us to play Russian roulette with poison oolong. We can't just hospitalize her and call it a day.
I agree. What?
Well, what are you supposed to do?
We all know what she went through out there because we all went through it too.
Yeah, except we got over it. She thinks
Did
it's
you?
talking to her again.
You
Well,
saw
I think
Taissa is like,
she's talking about that aspect of it.
Why was Travis screaming?
you know why.
No, then she may think they murdered him.
Because we're going to eat Javi.
Oh. Oh.
We drew cards. And whoever got the queen. Anyway, Natalie drew it.
And then she ran.
Then turned the cheese. Javi died, so
She's all excited.
No.
This is good.
Oh.
I never meant. I didn't want this. How could you let them?
How could I?
Right?
Like, have you seen how crazy these ladies
Right? And she didn't let them do anything.
You started this.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
It's done.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
going.
Save all of our lives.
No going back.
I mean, Misty's right. She's like, I wish you would cast some judgment.
Bad about it now.
Right? She said, you better not make me feel bad about it now.
She right though. But maybe she had some sense knocked into her from that beatdown she took from Shauna.
I don't know. I don't think there was sense. She's still senseless.
Lottie's pleased with the wilderness's choice.
Oh.
She says Javi will save us.
And who is that?
I think it's Walter.
It is
Yeah.
Walter.
Yeah.
Walter the suspect.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came to help you.
You said you weren't expecting that? I was.
Not in that moment.
Oh, I was. And I saw his shoes.
I really just don't feel good about this plan.
Right?
Man, Lottie's sick. But she isn't. Or if she is, then so are you.
I mean, we know you're sick, Taissa.
We tried.
But we need to try again.
Do you really think that being locked up in some psych ward is going to help her? Would it help you?
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Taisha's so all in on this, considering that she's off her rocker too.
Each other. Can we all swear we would?
I mean, because there's no difference between the two of them for me, in my eyes, between Ty and Lottie.
I mean, we would need fake passports. A bunch, probably.
These two.
He doesn't know what to do.
He plays clueless and I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Out of it very well.
My point is, just disappearing, it's not as easy as they make it look on TV, Callie.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Mom just go to jail?
I don't know. Okay?
You'd go to jail too, homie. All three of y'all, actually.
Shoot a guy the other day.
Wait, Mom has a gun?
No, it wasn't hers. She just took it off this carjacker.
Yeah. All of that. She's like, I'm processing.
This is where you sent them home?
Let's find another way in.
They said, can we help you? Who is this? Behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's up.
Oh. This place seems fun.
Oh, this is gonna be a good episode.
Get yourself some regular clothes. Go have a life. You don't have to be one of these people. Just go, okay?
Mm-hmm. Take your fish with you. What's his name? Bruce? I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
I appreciate you trying to teach me forgiveness. It's a nice idea.
Wow. Imagine how hard it is for her to forgive herself with like the whole Javi and Travis and
Hence the drugs.
yeah. Well, I mean, in just this conversation too.
Yeah.
Hey, do you hear me? You don't have to stay here. You're not like the rest of these girls.
Actually, I'm worse.
Yeah.
How can you say that?
I let him die in my place.
Mm.
It was supposed to be me.
Ooh,
Well,
the single's here.
Truly, he Denzel'd it.
Yeah, he
Jumped
did.
the Denzel.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm alive. Just like you are. Any of us who are still here should feel ashamed of that. Ever.
She does have a point though.
Let your brother save you, Travis.
Oh no, I don't know if you're gonna convince me to gum on my kinfolk like that though.
After everything he went through out here.
Don't let
you
it be in
owe him
vain.
At least.
She said, don't you owe him that? Eat him? No, homie.
Trust me, we can put him on the rotisserie.
How did you get in here? I'm calling the
You
police.
gonna whisk him to
The
death?
thing is, sir, I am a police. Okay?
I am a police.
Look how he's looking.
Yeah. Listen, where'd you see it?
Remember he sent them that email?
Sorry, I'm just...
Or did they follow the Jeff?
No, they followed
You
Jeff.
think they followed Jeff?
Yeah.
But I am a citizen detective.
A lifelong
Have you heard of him?
asthmatic.
No.
He said, have you heard of it? It's like, no.
Gosh, my manners.
What are you making? That's what I want to
Some
know.
poison for this dude? For Kevin.
You
Oh,
haven't even
hi-
told me yet
Maybe.
Yeah.
why it is that you are here.
Look at the beautiful mug.
She got here a few days ago.
Oh my God, look at the
No,
beautiful
she's not the
mug.
only one. There's practically a coven of them, all up to no good.
Oh.
Dang, he's spilling the beans, ain't
What?
Kevin. Or that other dude. Oh yeah, Kevin.
Go find your mother.
What? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to take care of this.
What is that?
Maybe you have a plan, Callie, so just go.
Do you?
He said I need to have a plan.
Jeff, you followed us here. Only because you wouldn't tell us where your wife was.
I did at the spa.
You mind?
Of course. Excuse me.
I think he did put something in that cocoa.
I want you to place me under arrest. What?
I did it.
I killed Adam Mark.
Wow.
I found out that Shauna was sleeping with him, and I went to confront him, and I wound up killing the guy.
It checks out.
I couldn't tell her. I couldn't tell her.
Wow.
To protect her. I did it to protect our family.
Told you.
Yep.
I
Walter,
told you.
like, don't worry about
I
that.
told you. I told you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Walter.
I told you. Look, watch us. Walter's gonna come back now. Walter's gonna come back and be like, huh. Yeah, look.
Hiya.
Hey,
Phenobarbital.
they know about that phenobarbital, don't they?
I don't know
Surprisingly
what
fast
that is.
acting.
What?
Walter Tattersall.
A friend of Misty's.
Jeff Sadecki, I presume?
Serial killers.
That was a beautiful false confession. I could see it came out of real love.
Are you like one of the cult people?
Oh, no. You want to help
Misty's
me move
friend.
this body?
He's such a sociopath.
Jeffrey. Does anyone call you that?
Yeah, my mom. No.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Hey, that's okay, buddy. I know this is a lot, but I'm a friend, and everything's gonna be fine.
He feels like, I feel like he's Alice in Wonderland.
You do that?
Yeah.
You know, poor Jeff, he just keeps falling deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole.
Jeff really confessed to this dude, and then.
Well, if one of them's dead, I'm guessing the second one's coming right around the corner.
Oh yeah, they got it. They got it off him.
Coach found his little hovel quick, didn't he?
No,
As a
yeah.
former Boy Scout, I've tried making a fire with flint and stone, flint and steel. Yeah, that's
Even in the heat and humidity like that,
insanely difficult.
where he's like down in the nook
Yeah, it's
with no
very
wind
tough.
or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That stuff you see on TV, and they be like, kick, kick, kick. Nah,
Oh, no.
it don't work like that.
Yeah, that's all the
Ugh.
meat that's left. That's all the meat that's on
They
there.
were starving.
She gonna give it to Travis.
Isn't the heart like the toughest meat to eat, though?
I don't know. I don't eat hearts.
I'm sure y'all will let us know.
Yeah,
That's a really
like-
morbid question to ask.
I
in
mean,
the
I don't
comments.
know.
Lottie, did you hear me?
Lottie in a whole other world right now.
I thought it wanted what was best for us.
New revelation?
No, I'm not so sure.
Mm.
Did they say how long it would take for them to get here?
We told them it was urgent, so.
Misty.
Who's we?
Oh my gosh, she's loving every second
Well,
of this.
she knows that they were in her room, too, so I wonder how that's going to play out.
She probably.
She was like, I sharpen my own knife.
Oh yeah, she brought her own.
She couldn't be giddier right now.
She feels satisfied when the wilderness has been.
Satisfied?
Time, yes.
No,
I'm still rooting for you, Lottie.
Lottie dressed up and everything.
You okay?
She's going to kill him.
Seem a little lost.
What are you doing here?
She
Same
is
as
like
you,
her
just
mom,
looking for your
remember?
mom.
Yeah. Apple doesn't fall far.
I'm gonna have to ask you to keep your hands where I can see them.
Run, homie. Just run.
Okay, man. Yeah, I'm with the daughter. Kevin, hello. Kevin, what?
How did his phone call?
Do you really think that's gonna work?
Oh yeah, and they keep talking about it
Honestly,
too.
not sure,
He's so crazy.
but he's panicking, so that's a start.
She is so in her element right now. Did people still wear chokers? Is that a thing?
Not
I
to my
remember it was in
knowledge.
the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, I had
Yeah.
the conch shells.
Yeah.
I loved that thing.
Sure that everyone's in their beds?
Yes, I've made certain of it.
I'd like to shuffle those some more.
Yo, when black folks show up to the space table, be like, nah, let me get that deck.
Of course.
I don't trust you.
Well, see, they trying to prolong these people. Prolong this crazy.
Hey, Lottie, can we talk about this? You can trust us, you know. Right, Van?
Well, they know.
Look at Wade Van looking at her. Y'all gonna have to wrestle her to the ground. Lottie, come on, Lottie.
Lottie gonna grab that
Put your
knife.
antennas up.
I'll start.
Yeah, she got the least to lose. At least.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I feel like she might sacrifice herself. You think they would serve her up at the community dinner?
I mean, they're not starving now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
Put her in the stew.
Yeah, they're not starving. They also don't need to kill somebody right now.
Too.
I'd be like, oops.
I know.
What you wanted to happen?
Oops, I tripped and fell.
Yeah, the fire.
Into
Be
the
all
fire.
of us.
Are you refusing the draw?
Oh my gosh, look at her face.
Because you know what happens if you do.
Like, woman, I'm just as crazy as you are.
Facts.
Your demons ain't greater than mine.
I would throw them whole cards right in the I'd be like 52 card pickup.
Oh, I would have started foaming at the mouth and rolling my eyes in the back of my head.
That's disgusting, dude. That's disgusting. Misty know Walter there though.
Does she know he's there? Yeah.
Yeah. She saw him. Wonder if she's gonna do when she finds out that he offed Kevin. She's gonna be like, oh, Walter.
So easily too.
My
like
hero.
his hand didn't shake. He was just sitting there like, yeah, that's what has to happen.
Completely fell out. Is it gonna be Natalie again?
You gotta pay what you owe.
The universe is gonna be like, I told you. Oh, there's only one person left.
They gotta go through the whole deck though, right?
Oh, until somebody gets it. I didn't even think about that. Okay. My bad. She got it, didn't she? She got it. Yeah, you got it, Lottie. Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, maybe she wanted it.
Again.
See, I'd have been like, listen, we about to just deal this hand out. Just deal the hand out.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah, because that's
See
a
what
little,
you got.
yeah, that's a little traumatic. I wouldn't go again because is that part of the rules? You see how they're looking confused.
I guess so.
I'd be afraid if I saw any kind of face card. Shauna. If I saw any kind of face card, I would be petrified. Like you can see the little corner, it'd be the little jack, but you think it's the queen.
Yeah. Shauna looking at them like,
Look at Natalie.
Come on.
Nah, homie.
Oh, to grab that knife real quick.
Look at Lottie. Look at Lottie.
Hey,
Her daughter.
Come on.
Her daughter better come save her.
Shauna, it's up to you.
Easy way to hard
The
way.
way we used to, you can
Run
submit
or run.
or you can run.
I would run because the wilderness chooses.
Look, she can be soccer mom for a hot second. Hold on, wait a minute.
we're not really doing this, are we?
Yes.
You were the one that said to do it.
Okay. So you've all actually lost your minds.
Yeah.
You know there's no it, right? It was just us.
Is there a difference?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Shauna, are you running? Is that your choice?
Oh,
She's like, because I'm about to come get you. Look at her. Look at her. Shauna,
She
you
had
should
the
have.
little- she had the mom trot.
Yeah, I'm like, Shauna, you should have gone to some more Pilates classes up in that piece.
No, that's the trot you get when you're 40.
That's
the getaway when you like, hold on, wait.
That's the I missed Pilates class last week right there. That's what that is.
Sorry, come again? It's called a narrative. Try and yes and a little here.
So crazy.
Dig in, they'll discover a wealth of bank and phone evidence connecting your partner here, not only to the murder of Adam
That's
Martin.
what I'm saying, yeah.
It's easy to see why Kevin here would stop at nothing to prevent this from coming out. You'll be a real hero to the community.
Walter.
Unless you'd rather all those bank and phone records pointed to you.
Walter.
I've taken the liberty of contacting the local authorities. You might want to close that.
Oh, excuse me. He gave him both guns. Look.
And then look at that, fingerprints galore. Your bullets in there.
Oh, fingerprints are everywhere.
Yeah.
But the cell phone has everybody's fingerprints but his. Look at Jeff.
Oh, she definitely run like a 40-year-old mama.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm a 40-year-old mama.
I'm just saying. Once you get past the age of 40, we all have a certain kind of run. Oh.
Callie,
Don't worry, mama.
get
I got
away
you.
from my mom.
No, I told you it might be her. Look how she's looking. Look how she's looking.
Is it your daughter?
Oh.
Mom. Callie,
keep
These are
running.
mama's friends.
so powerful. Please put the gun down. She was going to kill you.
Facts.
It's here.
Oh my. Oh no.
We're the psych team.
They're not coming.
See?
We called them off.
What?
It was Van's idea.
Oh no.
She threw Van on the bus mad quick.
Not right.
What?
She's like this because of us.
What?
How about Shauna been mad as hell? I've been
They
like,
would
what? So you just gonna let him just kill me instead?
Yeah, I would have been upset.
What do we hear?
It's police sirens coming to get you.
Shauna really beat that sentence into her. I can't get over that.
That's probably why she wanted to come get her. Lottie got internal bleeding. She thought just gonna be up walking around like this.
Stop it, you're okay.
She came down here for seconds.
Nobody cleaned her face off.
Maybe the truth about cats and dogs.
Or while you were sleeping again.
The Princess Bride.
What about something you haven't heard before?
Lost.
A little bit later, but still, that was still good though. You posted it.
Oh my
It's
god.
beautiful and full of life, but it was also lonely and violent and misunderstood.
He's stealing some stuff. They're not gonna like that very much.
Okay. The wilderness built a house.
Nobody even asked about Coach, huh?
Mm-mm.
It chose me, I think, because I was the only one who knew how to listen. But I can't hear it anymore.
Dang.
Maybe what it wants for us now is a leader who can help us survive for the rest of the time we're out here.
Shauna.
Van.
Shauna.
And that isn't me. Lottie, no, you're wrong. I
Misty?
need you.
It's either Shauna or Misty. Yeah, Shauna.
It's already chosen who should lead us.
Look at Taissa thinking it's her. Misty thinking it's her. But it's Shauna.
Natalie.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Because it saved her?
You believe me now, don't you? It's still
That's
with
what I'm
us.
thinking.
It never left.
Look how they're tying her up.
And in Van, I saw it in your eyes just then. I did. And Ty, it brought you to her so that she would bring you here to us. And it was in you, Nat.
Oh, they're not tying her up.
You were always its favorite.
Why can't you understand?
I told you.
Yeah. There's that gun.
Yeah.
How else do we explain what happened out there?
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either. You see, I called everybody but her.
No one let us.
Come get your antlers, girl.
Oh my gosh, that's really odd. Look at Coach.
Dang.
She had the single tear.
Did you drop the Denzel?
Yep. It's the Denzel episode.
Dang, I did not see that coming. That
Me
was
neither.
well done.
I understand why they would think that, though, or why Lottie would think that.
Lottie's still going through, concussion protocols right now. So
Lottie in a whole other world. She on a whole other planet.
Uh-oh.
King and queen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's the bird?
It's just a part of just the song.
It's dawning of a new day. What are you talking about? Now my heart belongs to you.
Yeah.
Can you feel me and Javi's heart as one?
The executioner. You will be a good headsman.
I shall knight thee.
Kiss the ring. I like this moment. It's really Godfather-ish.
You just been lying this whole time?
No, Lisa, please. You need to just go.
You need to drop the knife.
Yeah. Misty about to make a move.
Oh yeah, Misty about to take this woman out of the girl. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
No way.
Yep. Yes way.
No.
Yes way. Yes way.
But if she's chosen by
That's
the wilderness,
what I'm saying. It
you know, she
skipped
may
over
survive.
her.
But she may survive though, because the wilderness may be like, nah.
No, I think they skipped her and said no that last time, and then Javi died, and now it's her turn. Which means Shauna is gonna go at some point because she drew the card. Yeah.
I can see why you would think that though. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Misty has another accidental death on her hands. Accidental killing.
What do we do?
And you
There's nothing you can do.
Nothing. It's too late.
Yeah. Wonder what they're going to tell the police.
2 on scene now. We have a middle-aged female deceased of an apparent drug overdose.
Oh.
Oh, well, there we go.
Drug overdose, needle in the shoulder.
Well, they did the Hollywood. They showed the body, so it's
Oh, no,
yeah,
I knew
she's
she
done.
was dead. But they did this. They called it an overdose, and she had a needle in her shoulder.
I've taken care of the Adam Martin situation. You and your friends will be safe now.
Walter killed my best friend.
Best friend?
You know she thinks that.
Long story. It's gonna be okay.
Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, that was a random tie-up. Felt a little rushed, but we'll kind of talk about it.
We're gonna keep you for a little while, but we're gonna come check on you.
Oh, okay, they are.
Keep you, Taissa. Shoot.
We gave it what it wanted. It is pleased with us. You'll see.
And watch your cancer miraculously clear up.
Yeah, her cancer will be gone. Ty's wife will be alive still.
My mama and her friends are crazy.
She's happy to be a part of that. She's
look.
just like her mama.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she said, how could it have not have been me? You saw that? I think she's talking about being the leader.
Maybe. Coach cooking them?
Yeah, I think he probably set the whole thing on
Coach
fire.
cooking them, huh? Yeah.
That would be some food for you. Coach would live for a very long time.
Coach said, I'm tired of dealing with this BS.
Watching y'all eat each other.
Wow, to destroy the cabin would be an amazing cliffhanger.
They didn't teach you in class how to deal with a fire?
Go out that window.
No.
Yeah, y'all soccer players.
Yeah, I was about to say kick it. Oh, and they have an axe. You saw that?
Coach said, I'm tired of y'all. Yeah, smart. Get as much stuff as you can.
Well, the crazy thing is Natalie was the only one that he really trusted. And then remember, she's gone now. And he saw that. So he was like, oh, nah, homie.
Oh, that is great. What a great choice.
Stop, drop, and roll, lady.
Go on right behind it. Come on, Taissa. Go.
You know what, though? The good thing is it forces them to have to try to figure something out now.
Oh, yeah, all of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dope choice.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. No more safety. And it's good for us, the viewers. Because you could just milk living in the cabin forever.
Yeah, and they did this entire season.
Yeah. And another great song, too. Yeah. I love the old 90s, some of the old 90s throwbacks. Some of them. Well done. That got me definitely all the way back in. Wow. I thought they stuck the landing.
Season 2. How about you, season 2?
Oh my goodness. It did exceed my expectations.
You got
It
goosebumps
just-
and everything.
It just met my expectations.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna lie, a part of me wasn't really expecting a whole lot of wow regarding like how the season was going to end, because this second season, to me overall, I thought the first season was better. Second
too.
season just it went big, and then sometimes when you go big, you might kind of like lose the essence of the thing that brought you in there to begin with. I had hints of feeling like that, not enough to leave the show, obviously, but then for them to go and close it out with this season, with the gang all back together in the present time, having a tragic loss in the present, flipping everything on his head regarding how everybody's going to survive by burning the cabin, the last safe space. You've got to destroy the safe space now in order to keep things interesting, you know. So I thought that was a beautiful, well done choice. I'm happy.
Let me think about that for a second.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Okay, I do appreciate the fact that some things were tied up.
Okay.
Tied up, right? But then at the same time, it's so funny because I know this is going to sound very hypocritical. Not hypocritical. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. No, it's not hypocritical. But the fact that I feel like they tied everything, not everything, but most things up. But then at the same time, I felt like some of it was rushed.
Yeah, there was there was a rushed element that I kind of want to talk about. Go ahead.
So that was my feeling overall. I was like, oh, okay, this is great. It's fun. It's cool. They got some cool stuff going on. You know, they're redoing the hunt and all this stuff. And, you know, and Walter's there, and the detectives not randomly, but miraculously are there, and Jeff and the daughter are there, and everybody's, like you said, everybody's come together. But then I felt like after that, it was like go time, and they were like, "Oh, this is the finale. We got to get this going and get this done."
Yeah, I
and
can feel that.
Yeah. But overall, am I satisfied? I am satisfied. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like that was good. I do like it, and I just am curious to see what happens next now that the lovely cabin is gone.
Yeah. Now I we both kind of like mentioned the fact that some elements did seem a little rushed, and the one thing that seemed kind of wonky to me was Walter sending the email to blackmail the two cops and all that. They were just like, it felt to me like they needed to figure out a way to get the cops out of the way.
Yes.
And it felt like last minute. And they're like, well, Walter will just send this blackmail thing. And even when he was explaining it to the other cops,
rushing.
I couldn't even catch all of it.
Yeah.
Like, and then this is the blah, and blah, blah. It just felt like he was just like vomiting up this information. And then like, don't worry about it, you'll be okay. And then they left.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I understand the sentiment that you wrapped that up.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, if I'm just gonna be honest, I'm sure if I was to watch it again and then really like actively listen, I could probably figure it out a little bit more. But off the first go round, I'm like, who is blackmailing, why, and the motive for none of that stuff. It all missed me. But I understand the purpose of it.
Yeah, that was very rushed. You know, Natalie having the conversation with the young lady that she bonded with at the commune.
Yeah.
And then her coming out with the shotgun, the girl that she bonded with with the shotgun, and then the daughter. The daughter with the gun and shooting Lottie, and some of it, like I said, just felt super rushed. Even the hunt was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so but anyway, like I said, I did enjoy overall all of it.
Yeah. I do like how they do a very good job of pushing the narrative of why these people are crazy. I do enjoy it. I understand Shauna a lot more because of her having to be not only the person who lost a child, but also having to be the person to dismember somebody, another child no less, somebody who for me is kind of like the voice of innocence in this madness that's going on, and you have to be the person to bleed them, dismember them, take their heart out and all this other stuff. Like, there's no way you could come back and be normal from something like that. To see Natalie having to go to drugs in order to kind of like fight off these demons, and then given the responsibility, now that she's the leader, it's like she was just crowned, and now as the leader of this whole group, you have the ultimate issue they have to kind of like sort through.
Because the house,
and that level
the cabin burned down.
Yeah, because there has to be some losses, right? Like, they're exposed to the elements. So I'm expecting, maybe at least another one or two more pivotal people, maybe some new cast members that just miraculously pop up.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got 3 in there now that I'm still like, I don't know who you are.
So I get it. It just reinforces the why behind the crazy. They did a really good job of explaining with Lottie. I'm grateful that they're just not crazy for the sake of crazy. They're off their rocker for a reason.
I feel like I'm glad that now we know that they're not crazy, but they're traumatized and have mental health issues based off of their traumatizations.
Yeah.
So so like if we hadn't seen all of that, then we would just assume, oh, you have a dog head at your altar in your basement that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that too, and I like the way that the writing has been done so that it's so true to form that, hey, look at what happened in the past and this is why they're like this now. I love that.
Yeah.
And the way that they made those connections, I think is really brilliant.
Well, let me ask everybody in the chat. So who did you have on your bingo card to get checked out? Like we had Coach. We had Coach as number one to not
you mean
make
in the entire
Yeah, well at least for the season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said,
like honestly, y'all really who had Natalie on there?
I didn't have
had
Natalie.
Nat on their bingo card list. No, there's no way.
I had Lottie. I thought Lottie might have gone.
Coach was my number one, but okay.
Yeah, Coach was number one, but Lottie was on my card, and that's all I could think of.
We didn't.
Maybe Van.
Didn't we say like Akila maybe because she didn't get a whole lot of time. And she didn't get any screen time at all this go around. I didn't even remember seeing her when the cabin was burning down.
She kissed the ring.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we saw her kiss the ring, but when everybody's standing outside, I didn't remember seeing her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for those of you, whoever it is that had Nat on their card, congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, I did not. I thought that was a very pleasant surprise. And I certainly didn't see Coach burning everything down. But I get the why, because you said it. You know, he looked at Natalie and was like, you're the last person that I kind of trust in all of this.
Last sane person in this whole
thing. And she's like, yo, I'm just as crazy as everybody else. It was supposed to be me.
Well, and she feels that. She feels that guilt, I'm sure. Yeah. So obviously, she's going to think that she's... Well, I mean, and they all did decide to let him drown. Let's be real about it.
Yeah, she was like, they was like, no, wait, hold on.
Misty,
let him cook.
Yeah,
let him drown for a second.
She was like, they've chosen. They've chosen.
What do you do?
We chose.
What do you do? I said earlier that there was a big reference to me. It felt like The Godfather.
Oh, okay.
Because Michael Corleone, who ends up taking over the family, he didn't want to. He's the reluctant leader, but he was the most qualified. He was the one that kind of like everybody kind of like overlooked. His father, the Godfather himself, who kind of saw that he was capable of it, but he said he never wanted this for him. That kind of whole thing. That's how Lottie kind of felt like the Godfather, the original, the OG one, and she realizes that she has to like pass this on because it's not really on. So she picked the most reluctant of the leaders, or the one that the wilderness had chose. So I just felt like it had some really cool little Godfather-ish ties. I seriously doubt that's what the writers were trying to do. That's just my interpretation of it, but it does make sense. And with her being the reluctant leader, I think that she's going to be a very powerful leader.
Well, the crazy thing is, I don't know how reluctant she is because we haven't seen, how she feels about this new position yet. So I am curious to see what she does with it.
But, it's also really cool, too, that in the past, we get the benefit to see some amazing storytelling that's going to pan out for the past version of Nat. But she's totally like been written out as far as like the future version of it.
Yeah, present.
So it's kind of like the gift and the curse. It's like the death and a birth all at the same time. I thought that was just like some really cool ways of going about the writing.
Yeah, because
as well.
Yeah, because it'll be fascinating to see her as in her new position as leader in the past, and then I'm sure what will happen based off of what we've seen so far is that it'll just have how people have been affected by whatever she does in the past. Yeah, so that'll be kind of cool to kind of see that transition and that parallel and how they play that all out.
Yeah, we've seen like a bit of like the ending of the old and the beginning of the new, right? So we saw that with a lot of with Natalie. I think that we're seeing that as well with Shauna's daughter, because the looks that she gave and the fascination of being in this craziness and the way that she's adapting to it, I think we're going to see something with that in the next season, with her being a lot more like her mother than she realizes. I also think that we're going to see the opposite in the breaking down of Jeff, because Jeff's not built for this. This ain't him, and something is going to have to be done with Jeff as a result of the pressure. This is just me foreshadowing what the next season is going to be. And I think Jeff is going to end up kind of like being a problem. I think he's too weak to continue with the madness that everybody else is under, and everybody's just kind of like galloping with the madness.
Yeah. Well, I agree with the daughter. I do agree with the daughter. I think that I remember when she asked her dad, was she like her mom? And I know that that's what she was asking. She was asking, is she capable of these type of things? Not just, oh, you have a good personality and your smile is just like her. You know what I mean? And that's the answer that Jeff gave. So I think that was foreshadowing all of this that's happening right now. As far as like, oh, so she's like, oh, well, I can have a gun because mom had a gun. Mom shot, you know what I mean? Mom killed Adam, so I could kill somebody if I choose to.
All of
so
that.
I think that that's what's playing in her head. And she's like, oh, it's great to be like my mom. You know what I mean? So that's fascinating to me.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and address some of the comments that we had from the previous episode because you all are just so much fun. Without a doubt, one of our favorite commenting threads to read is from this show because it's so lighthearted and fun. So thank you all for hanging out with us for the duration of this season. Let's go ahead and kind of get started. This is just a few of them. This one is from Marissa North. Thank you, Marissa. Marissa said, I think Ben wanted to find the tree because he knew Javi survived out there alone, and he's scared shitless of the girls. LOL, he just needed shelter and safety to go. I'd book it too. I watched this morning. I was confused by the re-upload for a second. So. Couple of things regarding the tree. Well, we find out that he's, probably gonna end up hiding out there.
Absolutely.
In order to escape the madness, because he's currently going to be a wanted man.
As he should.
And our apologies for the re-upload. We ran into some smaller little technical issues regarding some of the videos, but thank you all for sticking around.
Oh, this is long. Okay. Kelly Franklin, thank you so much. I've seen you comment on quite a few of our reactions, and I really appreciate it, and we do read them, and I think it's wonderful. Thank you for following along on our journeys. Kelly Franklin said, this was my favorite episode of the whole series. The whole show has been leading up to this episode. I've seen other people complaining about this episode on other channels, and I don't understand why they thought things were somehow magically going to be better for the plane crash survivors. There's multiple examples through history that people had to resort to cannibalism and even resorting to drawing straws and killing someone in order for other survivors to eat and live. The author Herman Melville wrote Moby Dick comes to mind. It's not evil or sick or anything else. It's being human and doing what it takes to survive. It's human nature. Yeah, I think it's one of those things of like when you hit survival mode, it's like, what do you do in order? I mean, are you going to starve or are you going to do what it takes to actually make sure that you survive as well? So
I think it's disturbing. I mean, I can understand being the survival mode. So I kind of agree with you a little bit, but I kind of don't. I think for us to just be like, oh, well, this is what you got to do, and to kind of like justify it in a way that makes it kind of seem acceptable is a little off-putting for me, because these are terrible things that are being done, and to us to just kind of like accept it as it is what it is, it just doesn't seem right. It's just, I guess, the humanity of me sitting in this comfortable space, not having to deal with, deal with all that mutes that judgment, but it still just feels wrong.
Well, because the first thing that comes to mind for me is when they first started eating animals. When whoever first started eating animals, right? You can live off of plants and grains and all of these things. But then, so the first people you're sitting around and somebody goes and kills this living creature to eat it. I feel like it's the same type of, you know what I mean? Situation. And in that situation, it's not even survival.
Yeah, I mean, I'm speaking from a place of safety.
Exactly.
I'm sitting on the shoulders of giants that built the civilization that allowed me to not make.
You've eaten today.
So, but I'm not going to sit here and begin to say that that's not disturbing. It'll always be disturbing to me.
It's disturbing to me too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disturbing, but I'm just saying I'm not in that situation. Like I said, so there's no telling what I would do, to be honest with you.
Thank you for that comment.
Yeah.
This one comes from Kim7. Mikel-Claire was more freaked out by the dead mouse jump cut than the dead Jackie jump cut.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That mouse looked crazy. I mean, not the Jack. I don't know. You're right. I did.
Like,
you're right.
Okay.
And mouse fall upside down like this. I don't know.
I'm giving you all the long ones.
Oh, you give me the long ones, homie.
You have this great voice, though.
I do. Okay, thank you so much. I'm wondering now if Ben figures out a way to stay in the caves and manipulate the girls to send him offerings, since he knows what they have been thinking. He could totally start demanding a payment to the wilderness by sending some sort of signals using the trees. None of the girls know about the underground yet, and Javi can't tell anyone else now, which seems super convenient. Maybe Nat and Travis will figure it out too, maybe not. That would mean that Ben, with the antler shots framing his head last episode, would be the one demanding the sacrifices, and maybe he gets some sort of leftovers at his tree altar. This would keep him safe and fed. Obviously, Shauna is the butcher. I think Ty and Lottie are sort of the ones who will interpret whatever signs Ben tries to give them tries to get them to leave more sacrifices.
That's pretty insightful.
Yeah.
I like that. So I don't know if it's gonna work out that way, but I thought that's pretty cool to kind of like foreshadow some of the stuff.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say because they might even think already that the wilderness is the one that lit their cabin on fire.
Yeah,
so
that's
that
true,
even
too.
starts them
Yeah.
to thinking like this and Ben being in kind of like a manipulative mode.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see why that could be. But if I'm the girls, I'm like, where's Coach all this time? They never look for
They
Coach.
don't care about. Yeah, they don't
They
care
never
about
look
Coach.
for
Well,
him.
Coach just, like we said, Coach doesn't really contribute, so
Yeah.
they don't need him for anything.
But him using it as a hideout, maybe playing on their fears as like the spirit of the woods or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, and
We'll see.
they're living food offerings.
Yeah, I just like the way you were thinking when you came out with that idea.
Me too.
That's
Me
fun.
too.
All right, this is from Carlos Drake. Thank you, Carlos. I definitely think Ben found Javi's hiding spot. Javi was going to lead Nat there when trying to save her, I believe. Also, the episode Javi referenced, he talked to a she, so I'm guessing a woman is down there. I think we'll see who she is in the finale. I'm really intrigued to see this mystery woman.
Yeah, I do remember him saying something about she,
Yeah.
and then I keep seeing the figure in the drawing, so I'm wondering who's down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be like this one. Coach thinks he might have gotten away, but
Yeah.
he may have like stumbled into a whole other issue.
and need to get away for real now,
Yeah.
right? Okay, thank you, Matt E. So not Maddie, but Matt E. I'd say Nat is in the running for most traumatized too. She literally was hunted by her closest friends, and not to mention her trauma with her dad before the crash. That's very true.
Yeah, and now we kind of come full circle with her and her character role with this particular episode. So she's certainly traumatized, which is kind of like we didn't really talk about her final scene inside of the plane with some of the people that were already deceased.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I would have to sit with that to kind of figure that out because it seems like a never-ending loop of torment to me. Like that's not a safe place for you to be passing on. You know, it's not like you're going to the pearly gates and you see a cool white light at the end of the tunnel. She's back on the thing that caused her all of this grief.
Yeah.
On her way out. That seems like torment to me. That seems like a hell.
Yeah.
You know, this one has come from Pinoyer79. Thank you, Pinoyer. If you remember back in season 1, it was pointed out that there were no queen cards in the deck they've been using. And if you missed it in episode 5 this season, when they're questioning Javi after his return, Akilah pointed out that Javi bought the queen card back with him from his hiding space. That was probably the moment he was chosen.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I didn't peep any of that. And you brought up something to the fact that when the person is chosen, it's the time that they're chosen. It's not their time. Theirs is going to be the next time.
Yeah,
That's kind of like how.
I think if you're chosen, it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to necessarily be that time that you choose it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like
Yeah,
I think
that was some really good insight from there.
So now I think that Shauna is on the block.
She's like the star of the show.
Natalie was one of the stars too.
That's true too.
Yeah,
very true.
All right, Adrian, Sean, thank you so much. Van, the wilderness chose me. Straight face. What you talking about? Did it though? Travis gonna beat they Georgia Peach.
Yeah. But it didn't really happen like that. Travis was like, don't give me some of that heart.
No, only because of the conversation he had with who did he have the
Van.
conversation with? It was with Van?
Yeah, I thought it was Van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of that conversation.
Yeah. This one is coming from Delcinia Dames Tucker, who's, thank you. You've been leaving some interesting comments. Delcinia said, that was Javi's hiding spot. Taissa's missing lantern was next to the bones. I definitely didn't remember that. The way Coach got the idea and mapped out which tree to go to was because of Javi's drawings. He told Coach that his friend told him not to come back, and the fact that Nat thought he was bowing to the tree when he was most likely ducking into the underground cave. Great review. Thanks for your time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lady Hotep, thank you so much. We've been enjoying a lot of your comments as well. I really enjoyed this episode. I don't think we're going to get this tied up in a bow in the finale episode. And to answer the question about Travis partaking, he's not going to be able to help himself, I think. I'm sure his brother will taste better than that belt soup. Just saying. Yeah, that belt soup was an interesting idea.
Yeah, and to kind of like to speak on what you said in the beginning, where you said, I don't think we're going to get this tied up in a bow in the final episode. They tied a lot up. you know, don't get me wrong, like you have to have some stuff to kind of like keep us hanging on. So, and I think the biggest piece is burning the cabin down.
Yeah.
You know, they did a pretty good, rushed or not, some of it was rushed.
Yeah.
They still left you enough to be satisfied.
I agree with that.
You know,
Enough,
you left the season kind of like.
Yeah, enough to be hanging on and enough to be tied up a little bit. I like that they left both of those things. Yeah.
This one is from Tadia. Said best part of the video when Mikel-Claire asked, why would the wilderness need Lottie's BS Kool-Aid to choose?
So true. Yeah, I'm like, it could happen at any moment. You could be walking down the street. You could be Kevin and in the kitchen with Walter, and then all of a sudden, yeah. I don't know.
Yo, Walter, that's another person that's just really just, you know, full on wearing his sociopath jacket.
He got the eyes for it too. He got this. He got this look all the time. I'm like, dang, Walter, can you close your eyelids a little
crazy
bit?
self, Walter.
Okay, Anna Anthony. I can't imagine being Natalie and hearing Javi calling specifically for her and knowing that if she save him, she'll die. What would you do? She really went.
Yeah, but that choice paid off because now she's queen.
No, but not in real life. Not in the real current day.
No.
Yeah.
This is from Somi. Thank you, Somi. About Akila's plot, the one about the mouse. Jasmine Savoy Brown, young Taissa, said she asked the TV producers for more interactions between the characters because neither of the black characters were having much screen time or dialogue together, and they accepted. What I think was a pretty good touch. Okay, so they brought in the mouse, they brought in Ben. Ben, in case you're like missing the Ben reference, it was a Michael Jackson song back in the day. Michael Jackson had a pet rat named Ben, and his dad killed him because it's a rat in the house.
Was it a rat or a mouse?
I thought it was a rat.
Okay, I don't remember.
And Michael Jackson wrote this song called Ben to mourn his to mourn his friend.
Two of us and look no more.
Copyrights.
Sorry. that was a horrible version, so they copyright that.
But that is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, you don't give them more screen time, but you have them having screen time with a rat.
I don't think they had any dialogue together still. Like the two of them. It's.
But that's a good comment.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I didn't pick up on that. I think that was the last one.
Well, let me say something about the music really quickly, because that's the other thing that I just didn't particularly care for. I get that it was very relevant to what was happening in the episode at certain times. I just am not familiar with with the music that they chose.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that genre because I know a lot of different genres and I love and appreciate a lot of different genres of music. But the ones that they specifically chose, no clue what they were. And I was like that. It didn't add anything for me.
Okay.
It actually was very distracting.
Okay. See, I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum. I really enjoyed the music. It's definitely weird. A lot of it's kind of dysfunctional, but it works because these characters are weird and dysfunctional, and they're set in a time period that I fondly remember when I was really, really exploring music in different ways and listening to more than just was my personal comfort zone. I think the music and score does a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to setting an emotional
I agree with
tone
that.
and stuff.
I agree with that.
So it's schizo to me, and you know, but it's also music of the times, which for me, you know, I'm a child of the '90s. Well, not a child. I'm actually a child of the '80s. But
I was about to say.
So I have a feel of nostalgia in that. So I'm curious as for our younger viewers, especially like if you're under the age of 30, like that probably just sounds like a bunch of old folks music, or, you know.
Well,
that's
like I said, it just wasn't music that I remember.
Right.
And then, like I said, sometimes it made it a little more distracting to me than actually like emotion evoking, which I was hoping for.
Well, when I was saying like earlier regarding like, you know, it could be a cultural miss, you know, and based on the people that were a part of this soccer team during that time period, I would assume that would probably be, you know, some of the top listening.
Yeah, and that's what I assumed.
My core group of friends weren't you know, going out of their way to listen to that style of music at that time period.
Yeah.
But you know, I do kind of like vaguely remember it. You know.
Yeah.
So, and of course, if you happen to be of that age group in the 90s and were listening to that, how accurate was it for you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that because I, like I said, I love music. I appreciate music in all of its forms. It's just for this particular episode, you know, I was looking for maybe some other music that I could relate to. But
Well, yeah. And let me be clear too. Not every single song that I heard was a hit. There were some misses.
You
I
knew
was like,
that,
I had
that
no
you know
idea.
that God song and Magic song that
Yeah,
Lottie
I mean,
was.
I knew a lot of the stuff, but you know, it's just.
No, you didn't know that song. I'm teasing you.
Which one?
The one where Lottie was preparing and they was talking about like God. And
Oh yeah, like I didn't know that
yeah.
folky song.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know the name of that.
So we don't know all of it.
Oh,
But
well,
anyway,
we
we
better
can go on
wait.
forever because it's the finale and I don't want to let it go.
That's what it is. It's
I
like
don't want to let it go.
We're talking long
Yeah.
because we've had so much fun
I don't want it
here
to
together
end.
as a unit,
I don't
as
want
a
it to
team.
end.
Yeah. I just wanted to give a shout out to Showtime. Thank you so much for supporting us with some of the photographs that we've been using. Thank you all so much for being a part of the channel. If you wanted to get to know this beautiful woman a little bit better,
Snootyvegans on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Follow along, subscribe, tons of fun, easy peasy.
yeah. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you've been enjoying this conversation. What are you doing? Hit that subscription button because you know we're gonna be hitting up a whole lot more content. And of course, give us that thumbs up because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. Thank you all so much for the comments. I will see you in the comments on this one, and we will catch you on the next project.